I think if you are not a woman, it's hard to like speak from the vague perspective. If
what are you talking
you're a
about? Where do you
woman,
want to
it's because basically I've said, like, if you in a situation, to both of their point, you see that you see the conversations and how easy it is to manipulate and trick these men because they lack discipline. It's not like they're going around. It's not like it's a secret. It's not. That's what I'm trying to say. And I'll talk specific to the NFL and the NBA, not baseball. But a woman will literally be like, okay, yeah, or like they said earlier, a bouncer will tell you they in the NBA because the bouncer know that they goofballs. The bouncer know they're gonna spend money to try to impress somebody. They're gonna spend money for how they look. They lack discipline. So
why do they lack discipline?
they lack discipline because they don't have that trait sharpened. And I said that earlier when he asked what was the I said that earlier when he asked what was the solution. When he said let's be solution based, I said it was on their upbringing or the parent to make sure that they were
Which
raised in a
parents?
certain way. I said to show them shiny objects so that
Which
shiny
parents?
objects. It depends. First of all, both parents play a role, but one of them takes over more depending on the age. I played a role in.
Which parent?
I
But we're
just
talking about
said,
the boys, right? We're talking
if
about the
we're
boys.
in relation to boys, that mom is going to teach them as far as emotional processing and managing feelings. There's a certain point in life where you have to pass that boy off to his father because he's going to be experiencing stuff at an
What
age.
age?
To me, I think it was around like 6th, 7th grade for my son. And
Too late,
I had a, it wasn't too late. My son is in private school. He's in AP classes. He's getting drafted by professional soccer teams
Somebody already went through puberty.
but what I'm saying is when you make these blanketed vague statements and you are someone who does not operate in these spaces, it comes
How
off
do
as
you know
ignorant.
what spaces I operate?
Because you said several times you don't know because you don't have the experience. And I am telling you, my
What
child,
did I say? What are you talking about?
you
I'm
you
talking about
said
the NBA.
okay, in relationship to sports, when you made it, you said it was sports. I'm telling you, as a parent,
I just want to make sure I reiterate when this initial conversation was had, I was speaking about the fact that I believe my son is going to be probably between 6'7" and 6'9", athletically stocky build, and going to look like Aaron Pierre. So the rules in which I would teach him to navigate is different than I would teach somebody else how to navigate the world. I was speaking specifically for my child. So the specificity on that is extremely important. Why? Because I've been in that situation. I know that life in and out, and I have a large enough sample size of all of the men that I've interacted with to be able to say, this is the reason, in my opinion, that you're in this situation. It's because the first woman that actually pretended like she liked you, you fell in love because you wasn't up on game. This is the reason that you let that girl slip the condom off, because you hadn't dealt with enough women to understand that this is part of the finesse, and you just at a level that you put some clothes on and go back, lay down, baby. I love you, but it's too late. You're supposed to be in the bed. Nani, hold on.
Let me say this.
Okay. Yeah, no, I was saying that this is the reason that I could pimp. Like sometimes I got ADHD, so I may have autism too. I don't know, because sometimes I look at people's situations and I'll be like, if I just jump in your body, I could fix your whole life. I could fix everything that's going wrong with your relationship right now if I just jump in. I can look at people's relationships and dissect that shit in my mind and come out with a solution. And I got that through trial and error. And my trial and error is not just for me. I can see somebody else's scenario. And let's take it. If you ask your brother about my intuition with this, he gonna be like, that nigga is damn near a fucking prophet when it comes to how to navigate with women. All of these NBA, matter of fact, some of the niggas would tell me they would pretend to be like me when they would meet these women so they wouldn't get in situations to get finessed or so they can get the result they wanted. I'm talking from an experience and a result-based thing. This is the experience, this is the result. You do it this way, this will be your experience, and that will be your result. And the majority of those men that end up with these bad results is something they are lacking. And if we go through their history, we can pinpoint and say, oh, this is why. And I'm saying a lot of that come from a lot of different things that the average person don't have to deal with on a regular. That's all I'm saying. If we're talking about a 5'10" through 6'2" non-athlete that's going to school for an engineering degree, I can't give him the same advice that I would give to.
I got a question for you then.
Yeah.
How many women do you have to experience sexually to have that experience?
It's not a number. It's a mindset shift that occurs, and I can't tell you when it occurs. I would have to. It's dependent on the person. And in case you know me 20 plus years, she's saying like he not lying. Everything I'm saying is exactly how I'm saying it.
Wait. I want you to be honest about this. How many women? Don't say it's a mindset. How many women do a man have to experience sexually for him to have that experience?
It's a nuanced question. For me, it was so to be able to navigate correctly in high school, I would say 3 to 4. In college, I would say 20. In the NBA, I would say like 50.
So let's just say, for the sake of argument, let's just use college and high school. That means a man would have to run through 23 women, good, bad, or indifferent.
23 women that was engaging in one night stands and those type of things, because that's what he's presenting. We're not talking about this. This is where the disconnect is. Y'all, I believe, and I could be wrong. Correct me if I'm wrong. Y'all believe that I'm talking about men walking up to women, asking them on dates, taking them on dates.
No. I'm not saying that at all. I'm not saying that at all.
Man walking in and he is extremely attracted to this woman and she throwing it at him. You have to go through enough of that to be able to resist that.
No, I'm not saying that at all. So, all right. So the reason why I said good, bad, or indifferent is because the reality is he's not going to only deal with hoes at that period of time. He's not going to only deal with a bunch of women that are one night stands during that period of time.
They go with the majority.
He's gonna have chicks that are that want him for real. He's gonna have good women. He's gonna have bad women. He's gonna have a bunch of one night stands. I don't believe that you have to run through 23 women to understand a woman.
That's not what I'm saying. I'm talking about resisting them having the power over, like the seductive power.
But even if you look at it that way, you can't teach your son to resist temptation by telling him that you don't have to participate in that.
I'm not gonna tell him that. That's not.
I'm not saying that you. I'm asking you. Can you tell your son? Can you teach your son how to resist the temptation of a dirty ass chick who only wants him for his money without telling him he has to sleep with her?
Yeah, you could teach them that.